Welcome to our Divine Origin Forum. Tonight's topic is, what is reality? Please remain muted as we start with an opening prayer. We call the benevolent beings of light, archangels, and ascended masters to guide and inspire us during this forum. Our forum's vision is to bring the understanding, tools, discipline, and support for those seeking to enter the straight and narrow path, the road less traveled, that will lead us along effectively and steadily through the ascension process. Integration of the human experience with our divine origin is moving us full circle to achieve our divine potential. So be it. Thank you for answering the call from on high to attend the forum. Let us join our hearts and minds in preparation to receive the blessings offered. We ask you to please release your day from your mind and center yourself. Breathe in deeply and release. Breathe in deeply and release. Take one last deep breath in and release. Relax the tension in your body and your mind. Now bring your full attention to the forum. Be fully present to receive, in order to receive and fully retain the discourse gifts. John, this is not recorded. John, thank you.
So Dolores Cannon, speaking about reality, we are creating our own reality through the patterns, thought forms, everything that we believe made laws within ourselves. That's what is creating what's happening in your life. So if your life is not expressing the way you want it, reorder yourself inside. Get everything aligned and tell the universe what you want and just let it go. Let it go and let the universe start bringing everything together to make it happen. Don't set a deadline. Don't try to give it details of what you like. It has to be a yellow Cadillac or something. You want a car? You tell God you want a car. Let the color be what it is. Get the best deal on it. Everything would be moved into alignment. But if you're making a prayer, make sure it's not going to hurt anybody else. You see? Make sure it's pure. If you need a car, I know Stephanie does. If you need a car, I do too. Mine's so old. Just put it out there. Just put it out there. And then let it happen. It'll happen in its own time. It'll be the price that you can afford. The universe understands what your needs are. Okay? So when you want your world to be the way you want it, you put it out there in your prayers. You want a new job. You want to be loved. Everything will happen. But remember, you're going to have to go inside and clean up the information you're holding so that can actually happen. There's blocks in there if it's not pleasant for you, you see. That's your job, to get them out of the way so you can have a reality that you really want. Thank you.
Okay, and see, this is not recorded. So Barbara, please begin your discourse.
Tonight's topic is, what is reality? I'll tell you, he talked fast, but you know what? Everything he said was what we've been teaching here on the forum. Hasn't it? I wanted you to see we are on the money, understanding how to work through this lifetime. It is quite remarkable if you could see the way the screen works, if you could see the energy, the way it moves. Everything is circular. However, we bounce off other people's light screen, you see? The patterns that you've developed through many lifetimes of experiences, that is what your subconscious mind is reminding you of, everything that you did and how it played out. And that's why I say change your mind. Because if you become the observer, like I've been telling you, watch your life unfold in front of you. Keep asking the right questions. What do I need to see? There I am. What part of this am I playing? Am I the one that came to say the right thing to help that person? Or am I feeling inside me the agony that I'm recognizing in this projection, so to speak, on the screen of another person? Remember, it takes like to attract. So there you have a button that is in them that matches one in you, which through the drawing force will bring you to that person at the right moment, with the right words being said, with everything that you need to see what's sitting right up in front of you in your own fields. Only when you're ready to look at it will you. And then the event will occur. Everything is timed cosmically, not on our time schedule down here, because it takes a lot of work for the angels that are around you to get everything aligned so that you have the experience that you did exactly with who you were supposed to, or what circumstance that you were going to experience. You see? Everything is just happening to you. So for people who are trying to force everything to happen, I tell you, it doesn't work that way, because you already are who you're seeking to be. Only you have all these shadows laying on top of it, and you're not able to see or be it yet. This is what we're doing here. We're getting to see everything, the wonder in ourselves. You're around people that just touch your heart and bring you such joy to be with. And then there are those that irritate you. You can't even put your finger on it sometimes. What is it? Just being in their energy field is really agitating. And it's because you're standing with somebody that has an energy that's pushing at the button that you both have. And that person's probably feeling the same irritation. It's a very uncomfortable situation. But all I do is say, inside myself, I ask, what am I supposed to be hearing, seeing, or feeling right now? And that's the magic question. And I get the answer. I will feel where it is in my body that I'm feeling distress. I will just become so aware of every aspect of what's going on around me. If I ask to see what's going on, all of a sudden I'll watch the facial expressions. I'll start noticing things that I didn't notice before I asked the question. We're here to literally just allow our life to unfold. It's all written already. And when we say our prayers, we don't beg for God to save us, because nobody's going to save you. God is inside you, working the best that it can. We have plenty of reasons why we don't have our life exactly in order the way we feel it should be, because we want to feel comfortable. We want to always be okay. But to be okay, We have to have experiences to show us what we need to move out of the way so that we can have the life that we want to live. You see? Not everybody here tonight is living their dream. They're not in a place where they feel that they're complete and utterly in joy and everything is working along the lines of what they wished for themselves. What do you have to do about it? Because nobody's going to fix this for you. It's up to us to ask the questions inside. What do I need to do to fix this? What do I need to do to be happy? What do I need to do to be healthy? What do I need to do to find that answer to my question? And your higher self says, no problem. Tomorrow, we're going to have another experience. And you look at this one. And each time it's almost like a puzzle piece that you get until you get to the depth of it. But until you're willing to own it, that you are responsible, that things aren't the way you want it, until you look at it and stop blaming the people around you that things aren't working out for you. They're not here to fix you. They're here to fix themselves. But they have contracts with you. You have to learn what your part is, because if you're doing things that and you're not enjoy doing it, then you're not doing anybody a favor. It's when you feel joyous about your actions, then you know this is a divine act, that I have some kind of relationship with this person. I have a contract with them. I might owe them something, and my heart is open enough that I'm going to repay. I'm going to be squeaky clean with this person. Contract ended, everything is good. Sometimes the contract isn't ended when we're done. Sometimes it's because now that we have the healing and everything is, the score is paid, now we can be really close and friends. Other times we say goodbye because that was all that we had to do together. That was the gift that we gave each other. And when we can accept our life as it plays, when we can cry when we're sad, laugh when we're happy, when we can find joy in the way our life is unfolding, we're there. We're in a very good place. But when you find that your life is still unfinished in many ways, there's things that are missing that you know are missing because you don't feel fulfilled. Ask inside yourself. There's people that run to psychics and get other people. But remember, when they tell you what they see, as good as they can be at seeing, it's going through their filter. But if you ask your higher self, and then you have a vision, a dream, or you have an event, this is pure. There's no other filter but yours. And this way you can determine, what is it in me that's stopping my joy, my full reality of holiness. It's always that way. You will get the answers, maybe not in a download of a voice, but events will occur to give you the experiences so that you can clear the way to have the vision cleared up for you so that you can see what you need to see. What happens from my experience is every time I'm willing to own what I see, something happens inside me. My heart opens wider and I feel compassion for that person instead of judgment. It was one of the biggest journeys that I had, is judgment. Always immediately saying, I know what's going on. I know what they're thinking. I know what they're doing. Yeah? Why do you know? Maybe you did it too, and you're remembering, because why would you know unless you've done it yourself? Whoops! How can I judge somebody doing what I already did? Maybe not in this lifetime. Probably not. Probably not. But nevertheless, this is how it works. You're witnessing yourself. My sister was married. I don't remember if it was 4 or 5 times. Every time she had the same complaint about the guys. But when I knew about them, I knew it wasn't them. It was the same exact experience every time. She didn't get it. She never got it. And she's all alone wondering why. Just like in the film talking about that lady. She does not buy it that it's her. But anybody that's close enough to her knows exactly why it happened. Every single time. Do you have things that repeat? Because I'd like to discuss that in segment 2. Do you have things that keep repeating that are either wonderful or uncomfortable that you just haven't gotten beyond it yet? And if you have, would you please realize what this film was about today and everything that I've ever tried to share with you? The only way it will change is if you're willing to surrender and own it. Okay, it's me. Ugh, I don't want to be this. Terrific. Your higher self says this is perfect. Let's get it out of you. You make that decision and everything will happen for you. The emotions will come up. You'll feel all like with me, I immediately say to myself, and boy, does this work. And a lot of people said it works for them. Once I own it, I feel so horrible that I was like that I could have hurt someone like they hurt me, that I could have said things that upset them, and I can feel what it felt like when it happens to me. Everything comes back to the sender. And at that point, I can cry like you wouldn't believe because I feel horrible because I know that happened to show me what I used to do. Maybe not in this lifetime, but maybe sometimes, yeah, when we were younger, when we were feisty kids, when we were doing just what we wanted to do to just see the reaction we could get out of people. Kids do that. I watch it all the time. I worked with a lot of young kids and teenagers. Believe me, I saw. And when I brought it to their attention, they got all like embarrassed because I could see right through it because I wasn't an angel myself. You see, when you feel you're guessing about them, you really know because it's you, a part of you energetically that if you don't like it, get rid of it. Let it go. Very important. So Young he went through a really tough time. Did you ever read the Red Book, anybody? When I took psychology, I believe I did read it. He literally had a psychic break completely. And I have met people that have had psychic breaks. But you know what? It's okay. You need to go there. If that happened to you, you needed to go there to stop going in the direction that you were going in. It's very important that you realize that. Everything that happens, and you say to yourself, how could I have written this in my script to go through something so absolutely painful and horrific where I didn't even feel like I could recover from it? That's how powerful you are. That's how powerful you are. And nothing's given to you that you can't come back from. Nothing. We think we're weak. Let me tell you, God is animating you. God. Nothing's impossible. Nothing's too much. Nothing. But God, in its purity, is not where the problem is. We haven't gotten there yet. It's the ego personality that's operating down here. And that's cocky and thinking, oh, I am right where I want to be. I'm on top of the world. I got the best job. I'm making a lot of money. That's all ego. That is not what I'm talking about. That's not the kind of satisfaction you're looking for. Not getting 16 degrees. I got a closet full of them. I don't even put them out there. What does it mean? What it means to me, not that. It's who am I? How do I conduct myself? How do I open my heart to the people in my circle? How? Do I love, not try to be smarter than them or wittier than them or compete with them in any way? There's no competition except with who? Yourself. That's what I teach my grandsons. Stop competing to be the best on your team and compete with yourself to be the best on the team. You see? Then you'll be a good team player. All of us have seen and done everything that you'd ever imagine and things you don't want to ever think of ever again. And now look at you. Look at you with these hearts of beauty, with a mind that's clear and conscious, aware. That's all we're asked to do. Wake up. Stop blaming the world and others for your misery. Only you carry that inside you. And because you have contracts with people that knew exactly, the universe actually arranges exactly at the right moment for you to come together with the person that's going to show you exactly what you need. The timing is perfect. But what do? We don't want to go through it. We don't want to feel it. We don't want to be angry or upset. So we push it down. Ladies and gentlemen, it's over. Time for pushing it down is over. We've got to face ourselves. We've got to rise up and become the Christ within. That's what it's all about. You have so much around you to help you. The guides, angels of benevolent beings, ascended masters, unascended masters, people who absolutely adore you and have been with you so many times on both sides of the veil, on the upper planes and here. They know what you're going through. They've been through it and they rose above it. And that's all they want to do is help us rise above it, because I can tell you personally, I've had enough of 3-4D. I am so ready to ascend. Do you? Do you like the games down here? It's funny, I never liked games when I was even a kid. I didn't like people surprising me. I wanted to know what's going on, and then I could respond to it because I'm prepared for it. This is how I like life, but life isn't like that. Life isn't like that until you get to a place where you are operating on a higher frequency, where you have the knowing and you are aware. You're always, well, 99.9% of the time, you are aware something's coming. Something tells you in your gut. You take special precautions, you think about where you're going. You really look at it in a very different way than if you feel great about it and this is going to be like amazing and you don't feel any sense of urgency. This is living consciously. It is. Don't try to figure anyone out. You've got you to figure out. And be honest with yourself. You don't have to tell anybody. This is the good part of it. You do all this in the privacy of your own world, inner world. That's it. I know this. And when I don't face things, it never worked out for me. So I stopped fighting it. It's called surrender to the divine within you. Be willing. I want to watch my time. Be willing. Be really willing to do this correctly. So I'm going to close here so we can go into segment 2. For those listening on YouTube tomorrow, I invite you to join us. OurDivineOrigin.com is our website. You can come on it and sign up. It's free every Wednesday. Right now it's Wednesday. And we're having a really good time since December of 2021. So also, if you want to listen to the video, the song, and the quotes when they're short videos, just go to where the title is and the date and open, it says more, and it'll bring a blurb down, then hit more again, and it will have them listed. Okay, so you don't miss all of that. But you will miss segment 2, which is really a wonderful segment as well. Okay, so thank you very much, and we will now go turn it over to Shelley.
Thank you, Barbara. John, this is not, Barbara, thank you for your discourse. And John, this is not recorded.
That song, you are amazing. I hope you can find it on YouTube and listen to it as many times as you want. You'll be getting the link to it so you can go directly, actually. This song just makes you feel so good about yourself. You need to really believe how beautiful you are. You are so important. God sent you here. And nobody's like you. Nobody. Just remember that when you're feeling bad or you're feeling like you just can't pull it off, that your life is miserable right now. Because we do have days like that. Every day can't be always perfectly happy because we have work to do. But just know who you are. You really are amazing. Thank you.
John, this is not recorded. Barbara, can we please have your closing statement?
Absolutely. So the topic, what is reality? When we were listening to the video, he said, you really don't know reality here. And it's true because everything is Maya. Everything keeps shifting in front of you according to where you're at that moment. If you're angry, you bring in that energy. If you're happy, you bring in that energy. Everything reflects in the mood that you're in, no less the state that you're in. In other words, the level of frequency that you're working from, the timing on a pattern that is coming up in a layer from the depths of your being, ready to be addressed. The biggest problem people have is they don't want to go there. They don't want to feel it. But it's just a temporary fix if you push it back down, because inevitably you do it now or you do it later. I don't like to bring anything into my next day or even my next hour that it was troubling me earlier. I don't want it because I know what it is to feel the peace that passes understanding. And that's where I want to live my life. So I take the steps that I need to and allow myself to go there and to face myself. As painful as it is sometimes, I do it. Why? I want to be free. You want to know freedom? That's freedom. And nobody can do this for you. They can talk nice to you and make you feel better temporarily and get you kind of saying, okay, all right. But they can't do the work. They can't yank it out of you. Some people do this kind of work like I do, where I can bring somebody to that place. They feel safe. And I can bring them to a place that is very scary that they told me was going on and they just couldn't deal with it. Sometimes you do need a little help. Sometimes you do. And don't be ashamed. If you need help, go and get the help from a person you trust that you feel that can help you. Now, if you're going there with the idea that they're going to heal you because they have a placard out saying that I'm a healer, they can't heal you. They can actually bring it to the surface. Massage therapy is very good at that. I was on a table once and I let out a scream. The poor lady almost had a heart attack. Something came up into my fields and I let it go. It was just a matter of letting out a very loud noise. I scared myself. I didn't even feel it coming. They can help you in that way. They can help you by doing a light treatment and giving you the strength and a little extra power and maybe rise you just enough up where you can face it. You'll have the courage to face it. When you realize that you are amazing, like that song said, that there is nothing you can't face. And if you think that if I don't admit it, then the masters and the teachers around me aren't going to know. They know everything about you. They can read your records. They've been with you so long, they know everything you ever did, and they still love you because they're divine beings. They're over it, all this hiding. People in 3D think that if I don't say it and if I don't make the face and if they don't hear it, they're not going to know anything about me. Energetically, they do. That's why you come away and you say, wow, I just don't feel like this was a sincere conversation, you know? I don't know what the point was or where they were going with this. And you it really troubles you. You really can't figure out what just happened with that person. Have you ever been with somebody that wasn't really being sincere? And yeah, and it's like they're saying the words, but you're not feeling it in your heart. You might feel it in your gut. And it really kind of puts a red flag up. It's living consciously. You'll be much more aware of this as time goes on. It's so important that you live consciously. Just be the observer of your life. Let your higher self answer your prayer to bring you peace and comfort. You have to get out of you what is in you energetically. The shadow must be released. And once it's released, you're free. You don't have to deal with the same issues. You don't have to go through the same scenarios. You don't have to be hurt all the time. And as you do this with your heart wide open, you feel so much love and compassion for people instead of wanting to attack them back. You just stand there like a master and you look at them with such love in your eyes and you send out as much light as you can muster and just know the pain that they're in, that they would treat somebody that didn't do a thing or say a word to harm them, and yet they let it loose. A lot of times when people know you and they know how kind you are and how much you work from your heart, they'll know you're going to forgive them and they'll take things out and dump on you. Don't let people do that. Those are toxic people. You're not a doormat. You're a loving heart. Remember that. And if you let people treat you bad and you stay with them and keep going back for more, you might want to ask yourself why you want to punish yourself so badly. You might want to ask that question. Okay? In this world, everybody is going through something because this is where you do your work. So you will find that the people that you start to draw to you as you heal yourself and raise up in frequency, that they're going to be so kind and bring to you what you give. You've got to give it first, though. You got to be willing to be the heart in the room. You know what I'm saying? And hold that light. This is how we'll change the entire world. We will bring so much light in, so much blessings. We will not curse it. We will not talk about the bad things. We'll only talk about the resolutions. How do we fix this? That's why people used to come to me at work and say, Barbara, tell me what you would do in this situation, because they knew I wasn't going to wallow in the problem. I was going to resolve it by giving suggestions of how to move beyond it. And that's what we have to do for ourselves. Other people can come to you, even a stranger, because if you ask God to help you, He will send help. And all of a sudden, somebody's going to say something, and it's like you back up and go, oh my God, I never thought of that. That's how we help each other. That's the oneness. Yes, there's agitators that you also contracted with. Don't hate them. Jesus said, love your enemy. They appear to be enemies. They're not. They're your best friends because they hit you with yourself so that you can look at it and either do something about it or push it down and say, not now. Do you really want to bring that pain into tomorrow? I don't. I don't. I used to let it happen because I couldn't stand being unhappy because most of my life was unhappy because I made it that way. I was always angry. Well, guess what? Let it go. Let it all go. You can't change the world because the world was set up to work us. It did. And so if you allow it to do its job and stop trying to change it and fix it, all you've got to do is keep healing yourself. And you exude so much light in your circle that you're going to help everybody else wake up around you. And you're going to see them start to change the way they deal with people, the way they think, the way they act. And you're going to say, wow, I haven't seen them in 3 weeks. And look at that. Look what came out of their mouth. And look how they're acting. And I feel so different around them. You're going to see what you do unconsciously, just being the light in the world, being willing to bring that light to other people just by the joy of it, getting out there and being part of the circle that you are supposed to be in. And then they take it to their circles and it goes on and on and on until everybody on the planet is lifting. This is how 5D is coming in, kids. It depends on those that are awake already and willing to stay out of the drama that has nothing to do with you because you ain't going to fix it until it's ready to be fixed. Fix yourself. I need some more water, so I'm going to close there and we'll go into the planetary.
Okay, thank you, Barbara. I will read our closing prayer. Please remain muted. We are deeply grateful for this forum. We thank those in attendance for your attention, for your wonderful questions, comments, and stories that touched our hearts and opened our minds to new possibilities. Our collective energy has filled this forum with light and love for each other. We are so grateful that each of us brings guides and angelic beings to the forum, raising the frequency ever higher. We are grateful for the assistance, inspiration, and guidance from the benevolent beings overseeing the forum. We know we are all deeply loved and richly blessed. So be it. We invite you all to remain for a 10-minute prayer before saying good night to each other. We will be closing the evening with a planetary prayer. as our collective call for the light to bless every kingdom upon the earth, to create a new heaven and a new earth. The words are on the screen to help you recite this beautiful prayer. John? And recording stops.
Actually recite it. Don't just listen to it, because each of our voices are adding to the energy.
We do record this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
After the planetary prayer, then we stop recording.
So let's sit nice and tall in our seats, our feet on the ground. Straighten up your spine. Let that light be able to move nicely through your body. Feel your feet on the floor. Call up that light into your feet, up your legs, the trunk of your body, your arms, hands, up your neck and in your head as it loops back down into the earth, through your body, out the soles of your feet in a continuous flow. Let's begin setting everything into motion. I call for the divine Christ radiance to surround me, hermetically sealing around me. Nothing but love can penetrate this seal of divine light. I call for the divine light to enter my crown directly from source, moving through every atom, molecule, cell, and energy within my body and fields. The flow of divine light moves through my body into the earth, out through the soles of my feet, continuing in a steady flow and building in potency. I ask my higher self to connect my heart with the other prayer warriors all over the world, to create a unified effort as one mind, one heart, one intent. I call to the benevolent beings of light for their assistance. I ask my higher self to add power to the words of this planetary visualization. Now let us rest in the divine light, concentrating on our breath and on the light flowing. Let it clear your mind, breathing in the divine light and hold it. Now breathe out the divine light. Breathing in the divine light, hold it. Now breathe out the divine light. One last time. Breathing in the divine light, hold it. Now breathe out all the divine light. Extending your arms, turn the palms of your hands to face each other, about a foot apart. Visualize the earth and her atmosphere between your hands. The light will begin to flow into your hands and into the earth and her atmosphere. You'll feel it flowing. Let us call in the divine light. I am calling the violet ray as violet fire to flow directly from source into the earth's atmosphere, penetrating into the earth's surface all the way through to the core in a steady flow. I am calling the divine Christ radiance to move through my body, out through my hands and heart. The divine light is pouring into the earth's atmosphere, penetrating the surface and continuing to the center of the planet, in a steady flow, blessing the earth in divine light. Now let us direct the divine light with authority. I am directing the divine light into the planetary grid lines, the electronic grid and meridian lines surrounding the earth, the ley lines crisscrossing the earth, repairing and charging these lines as the divine light moves in a continuous flow. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the kingdoms represented on earth and all life within each kingdom, the elemental, plant and food chain, the animal kingdom, human kingdom, angelic kingdom, and all kingdoms known and unknown. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the dimensions of the earth, penetrating these dimensions and all life within each dimension. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the waters of the earth, on the surface, under the surface, in the atmosphere, and all life within these waters, purifying the water as God intended in the beginning. I am directing the divine light to penetrate all land masses, the continents and islands of land upon the earth's surface, and all life living upon the surface and under the surface. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the cities, towns, and communities upon the land, and all life living within inhabited locations on the earth. I am directing divine light to penetrate all of humanity on earth, every man, woman, and child incarnated on earth, lifting them in the light, awakening and ascending ever higher as divine source intended from the beginning. I am directing the divine light to penetrate all species of animals on the land, flying in the sky, all organisms and elementals on the surface and beneath the surface of the earth. I am visualizing the benevolent beings of light upon the earth, assisting all humanity, showing us the way, guiding us, assisting those awakened, and embracing those just awakening, leading humanity to a higher reality and to bring the concepts of a higher order of divine love for yourself and others. Now breathing deeply, taking in the entire picture of all that you have visualized, marveling as you help create a new heaven and a new earth, filled with divine light as divine source intended from the beginning. Let us express our gratitude. I am thanking the benevolent beings of light for their assistance and guidance. I thank my higher self for giving power to my words, manifesting my divine vision. I thank the divine light for its steady flow of purity to all creation. I thank Mother Earth for providing all of our needs from her abundance and beauty. I thank the angels in every color of the rainbow for their daily assistance and blessings. And I thank our divine source for all of creation. concentrating on your hands as that light is pouring into the earth. And now place your hands upon your heart and feel the divine flow of life, giving thanks for being of service to our divine source. Now rest your arms, press your feet to the floor, become aware of your surroundings. And when you are feeling ready, open your eyes and return fully present. This visualization and directives of light is to co-create and manifest the transformation of our planet, giving back to her for all she offers to us. This is God's plan for this planet and all life upon her. So be it, and so it is. Amen and amen. You can have a copy of this visualization and a prayer to cleanse the earth. Visit our website, ourdivineorigin.com. Thank you.
Okay. So we stopped the recording.